Did you know that Thailand once conquered Angkor Wat in Cambodia? If you search online, you will see lots of articles about this. So what's really going on? Let's find out. The year is 1866, and the Thai army was at war with the Khmers. They had been fighting for many years over the ancient ruins of Angkor, but the Khmer king Jayavarman VII was no match for the might of the Thai army. As the Thai troops approached the city, he knew that it was only a matter of time before they breached the walls, so he decided to make a stand at the temple of Angkor Wat. Jayavarman VII was a warrior king, and he had spent years preparing for this moment. He had built up a large army and stockpiled weapons and food. But even with all of his planning, he knew that it wouldn't be enough to defeat the Thai army, so he made a desperate plea to the gods for help. As the Thai troops closed in, he gathered his men and women and children around him and told them to fight to the death. But just when it seemed like all hope was lost, a miracle happened. The gods answered his prayer and sent an enormous elephant to help them. The elephant was so big that it looked like a mythical creature from legend. It trumpeted loudly and charged into the fray, trampling the Thai soldiers underfoot. The Khmer soldiers were able to hold off the Thais long enough for reinforcements to arrive, and together they drove the enemy back. The king was victorious, but he knew that it was only a matter of time before the Thais came back. And they did the following year. The Thais returned with an even larger army, but the Khmer were prepared. They had learned from their previous defeat and had set up even stronger defenses. Plus, they had the elephant. The battle was fierce, but the Khmers were able to hold out until the Thai army eventually gave up and retreated. The king had won again, but he knew that he couldn't keep fighting forever. So he decided to make a deal with the Thais. He agreed to succeed a part of the Khmer territory to Thailand, provinces known today as Buram, Sisaket, Korat, and Surin. Fast forward to 2001, Thailand invaded and occupied a small part of Cambodia near the ancient temple complex. They claimed that this area belonged to them because the people there were ethnically Thai. However, the international community condemned their actions and demanded that they withdraw. After some negotiations, Thailand agreed to pull back its troops, but not before making a significant demand. They wanted Cambodia to give them half of the temple complex, namely Angkor Thom and Angkor Wat. Of course, Cambodia refused, which led to a stalemate. This situation lasted for several years, until finally in 2004, Thailand withdrew its troops and recognized the sovereignty of Cambodia over the entire temple complex. So why did Thailand give up? What made them recognize Cambodia's ownership of Angkor Wat? The answer lies in the past, more specifically in the history of the Khmer Empire. You see, between the 9th and 13th centuries, the Khmer people established a vast and powerful empire in what is now Cambodia, Laos, southern Vietnam, and parts of Thailand. At its peak, the Khmer Empire stretched from the Malay Peninsula in the south all the way to the Chinese border in the north. During this time, they built many magnificent temples, but none were more grand or impressive than Angkor Wat. In the 12th century, King Jayavarman VII decided to construct a massive temple dedicated to Vishnu, the supreme god of the Hindu pantheon. It took decades to complete, but in the end, Angkor Wat became the largest religious monument ever built by a single king. He intended it to be his final resting place, but when he died, his successor chose another tomb instead. Still, Angkor Wat remained a powerful symbol of the Khmer Empire for the next centuries, but in the 14th century, the empire began to decline. A combination of droughts, internal conflicts, and attacks from neighboring states caused its downfall. By the 16th century, Angkor Wat was nothing but a crumbling ruin. It had been abandoned for so long that the jungle had reclaimed it, turning the temple complex into a wild and overgrown ruin. It wasn't until the 19th century that explorers rediscovered Angkor Wat. One of them was a French naturalist named Henry Mort. When he first saw the temple, he described it as the largest and most magnificent monument that human hands have ever raised. His report brought Angkor Wat to the attention of the Western world, and soon archaeologists from European powers began arriving in Cambodia to excavate the site. This led to a diplomatic dispute between France and the Netherlands, who both claimed sovereignty over the region. Eventually, the French came out on top, and Cambodia became a French colony. As a result, Angkor Wat was placed under the control of the colonial administration, which saw the temple complex as a source of revenue. They charged admission tickets to foreign visitors, but the money went directly to the colonial government. This situation lasted until the mid-20th century, when Cambodia gained independence from the French. However, this didn't stop the Thai army from invading in 2001. They claimed that they were doing it to protect the temple from looters and landmines. But in reality, their goal was much more sinister. By occupying Angkor Wat, they could exert pressure on Cambodia and force them to make territorial concessions. The Thai occupation of Angkor Wat was a major international incident. The United Nations Security Council condemned it and demanded that the Thai army withdraw immediately. But Thailand refused, claiming that they had the right to intervene in Cambodia. They also accused the Cambodian government of mismanaging the temple complex and allowing looters to steal artifacts. In the end, though, Thailand backed down and withdrew its troops after receiving guarantees that Cambodia would take better care of Angkor Wat. Today, the temple complex is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most popular tourist destinations in Cambodia. Every year, thousands of visitors come from all over the world to marvel at its beauty. But they should remember that it could have been lost forever if not for the quick reactions of the international community. As of today, these neighbors are still at war over border disputes. We hope this video sheds some light on the ongoing feud between Thailand and Cambodia. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and like to get more videos like this one. And remember, to know history is to know self.